The 10 to be crowned.
Oh, some very good shots.
The world 10-ball champion.
Welcome everybody to the Predator WPA World Juniors Championships here at the Gandia Palace Hotel in Spain. It's the under-19s boys division and it's the semi-finals and the game is 10 ball. First of all, going to introduce the players on table number 2. Please give a big hand for United States of America's Eddie Vonderau. His opponent from Japan, give a big hand for Aoi Kanazawa. The official on table number 2 from New Zealand, Zane Bernard. And now to table number 1, please give a big hand for Germany's Felix Vogel. His opponent from Sweden, Mr. Walter LAIKRE. The referee on table number 1 is Usin Shao, and the matches are race to 7. Young men, please lag for the break.
Well, thank you, David Morris, for the introductions. Good afternoon and welcome to the semi-final of the Predator WPA Under-17 World Championships live from Gandia in Valencia, Spain. The match here on table 1 is between Felix the Birdman Vogel from Germany up against Sweden's Walter LAIKRE. It's a straight race to 7, alternate break. The referee for this one is Usin Shao, otherwise known to us as Coco. It's 10 ball. I'm Mark White. It's Cool Shot, of course, and calling the shots with me in the booth, all the way from the beautiful country of Canada, is Eric Horlefson. Good evening, Eric. Well, it seems Eric is waylaid. I hope he's not still asleep over there in Canada.
No, sorry,
well, he's coming through, but a little bit muffled, Eric. So we'll leave you where you are for now. So breaking off then, Sweden's Walter LAIKRE in this race to 7. They get 1 timeout each during the match. And straight away, breaking really well, making the 1 in the side. He's going to have a shot on the 2 ball. The 8 ball has spoilt the party. Did have a look at it for a few seconds, but look at that pesky 8 ball. Look, there it comes. Well, he does have an edge of it, so all is not lost. Couldn't really do too much, but he's played a sweet shot. Well judged. 2 of probably the biggest juniors in the world at the moment. Felix, 17 years old, but he's actually going to be 18 tomorrow. Will there be a nice early birthday present for him and a place in the final tomorrow? We'll have to wait and see. The other semi-final is also in action at the moment. We'll keep you up to date with that one. It's Eddie Vonderu up against Aoi Kanazawa from Japan. Just got a little bit close to that corner pocket, didn't he? I think he just caught a part of the point, which took some pace out of the cue ball. On goes the extension. We are on a shot clock, 30 seconds. He's coming down to 10 seconds. Yeah, he's just called it. He wasn't sure whether he wanted to take the extension right now, but decided he has to. This does go, this 2-ball, into this bottom left-hand corner. 2 rails. Oh, he's not going for it. He's keeping it tight. Nicknamed the Birdman because Vogel actually does mean that in English. In German, of course, Vogel. In English, Birdman. That was a great movie, that was, The Birdman of Alcatraz. Who's going to be taking prisoners tonight on this table? Well, he is in jail in this one. Just has to hop over the edge of the 10-ball. He will be going for it. Chance to get on the red 3 as well. Yushin Shao, our referee, has been very, very busy this week. Hats off to all the referees, doing a great job. Also to the production team and all the staff on site there. Event manager, making everything run so smoothly, including the tournament director. It's not until you've been to the building of one of these events that you understand exactly how much work goes into building up an arena and the surrounding tables. It's a 3-day job, 22 tables on site. But now, of course, we're just down to 2. We still have both men's open, Little Monster open, semi-finals to come. Looking forward to those later on as well, guys. Denis Grabet will be up against Poland's Daniel Maciel, and Francisco Sanchez Ruiz on home turf up against Bader Alawahadi. For those at 5 PM, of course. Yeah, and we do have a change to the times of the finals tomorrow. I'll give you those a little bit later on. Big asset of this young man, Felix Vogel. He has such a great attitude at the table and off the table. Always smiling, very, very calm lad. Got to partner Joshua Filler in the World Cup of Pool. Actually in the World Championships, I should say. The Predator World Championships of doubles. Oh, I can't believe he's tried to pot that. Well, very adventurous, but full marks for bravery. So a chance for Felix to take this opening rack now. Everything nicely on. 7 leads nicely to the 8. Overdone that? He's okay. He's got the angle to go twice across. Key shot coming up. It's imperative he gets good on this 7 on in the side, just to be able to drop it in. Don't want to be putting any pace into these, into the side pockets. They're very tight. Seeing where he wants to be on the 8 to get him on the 9. Straight would be fine on the 8, and now can just soft stun, hold more or less where the 8 ball is now. We'll give him a nice angle to take the 10 in the side. Yeah, even played a little stun follow. That was a beautiful hit shot. It'd be good to see both of these youngsters at their best in this semi-final. Nicely on this 10 in the side to draw first blood in this under 17 Predator WPA World Junior Championships. Yeah, I thought that shot that Walter played on the 4 was a little bit ambitious, to say the least. Very, very fine cut. Left the 4 over the corner, and Felix did the rest. That was the 4, and then from then on he was just doing what he does best, control that cue ball. Eric should be with us shortly.
Yeah, I'm here, as long as you can hear me good, Mark.
There you are. Good evening and welcome. You join us 1-0 up, Felix Vogel, in this race to 7, Eric. All good.
Apologies.
Ready for rack number 2.
Apologies to everybody. Well, we have a good match here. I mean, these are 2 players that play regularly on the men's tour, particularly Vogel. LAIKRE also made a trip over to the U.S. in the late summer and played about 4 men's events. Made it near the end of one of them. So you got 2 players here that are competitive internationally, not only on the junior scene, obviously, down to the semifinals here, but also on the men's scene. This will be a good one. Mistake there from Vogel. Ball in hand chance for Walter. Vogel coming in as the odds-on favorite to win this tournament. Walter, one of the few players that can beat him. Pretty good table here, Mark.
Yeah, nice and open. Yeah, Felix has actually beaten Carlo Biardo, El Strickland, and a couple of other victims when he's been playing the senior tour. boy.
Yeah, he's
probably the favourite, as you said.
Yeah, he has a second place in a men's Euro Tour event. Really building a good resume for himself early on in his career. I remember seeing him at the World Junior Championships in Puerto Rico the first time they had it. Didn't know his name, but could tell immediately that he was going to be a strong player. A bump on the 7, but he's okay here.
He caught that ball a little bit thick, didn't he, the 5? This kind of battle is the type that will rage on and on and on into their senior careers. I'm sure they're going to meet in many more semi-finals and finals throughout their careers.
Yeah, Walter is much improved since the first time I saw him play. I saw him play in Puerto Rico as well. And you can see the talent in his stroke. He was performing at about maybe a 650, 700 level at best in that tournament. He looks a lot stronger now. Just more polished, in control of his stroke a little more.
Yeah, and if you notice, very rarely you see a kid of his age playing with a wood shaft, Eric.
Yeah, very rare now. Most new players starting out with carbon. Preferring the wood.
Yeah, so 2-0 it is. Now, I said earlier I would tell you about the change in the finals times tomorrow's, guys. So tomorrow's finals start at 11 AM with the boys under 17s and the girls final. And then it's the chance of the boys under 19 final. That will be at 1 PM. And then after that match there will be the awards ceremony. And then of course at 5:30 PM it will be the Little Monster Men's Open Final. So that's at 5:30 PM. That time hasn't changed, but all the others have. And I will give you a quick reminder at the end of this match as well, guys. So Coco has racked the balls. Here we go for rack number 3. Nicely poised at 1-1.
Going from the side rail, good power. 5 ball's going to sneak in. Doesn't look like he'll have anything on the 1, but stays at the table here after the break. It does have more of the 1 than I first thought. Doesn't look like he has enough to cut it in, though. Did go over to the pocketing angle. Yeah.
Yep, called it, Eric.
Maybe off the rail into the 9. He had enough. Had to focus on the pocketing on the 1 and lost the cue ball a little bit.
There's proof right there, Eric. There's people that say the camera never lies. Well, it does. It lied to us there. I lie to myself every morning when I look in the mirror and say, wow, you look great today, Mark. Oh, has he overhit this? Has he overhit it? No. Can he reach the jump? Already seen one attempt on the 2 ball. In the first rack, played a jump shot, just missed it, jawed the ball. Very shot clock savvy as well.
Yeah, has a great amount of experience for this early in his career. Playing in a fair bit of matchroom tournaments now. Plays on the men's pro billiard series regularly as well.
Yeah, he'll be one of the favourites for the upcoming Euro Tour as well, I would think. No one wants to play Felix Vogel at the moment.
A little off the mark there, but he's going to get a roll here. Yeah. To the jump cue for LAIKRE now. Backed away from the jumping angle, so might feel like the 3 is a little close.
Believe it or not, Eric, I think Felix was trying to open that 6-8 as well at the same time, because he did look at it. Well, nearly a very smart shot, but it's another opening for the German.
Seeing what kind of drawing angle he has here. If he's straight enough to come straight back, he will. Good shot,
smart.
opening up the 6 a little more. Six, 7, 8 looking pretty good. Straight on the 6 will work. 6 is available to both bottom pockets. Still a choice of either pocket. Usually favoring the following plays will take precedence. It's going to come over to the left side here.
A lovely stun follow in the first rack to get from 8 to 9. I wonder if he's going to play the same one here, or is he going to just roll it in? Yeah, just stroking that one in.
Kind of a soft stun follow. Didn't 100% roll at it. Just got a little bit more aggressiveness out of his stroke there. There's really no flaws in his game, Mark, even at this young age. Kind of reminds me of a Filipino style. A little shorter on the backstroke, but nice and solid through the forward stroke on the acceleration. One or two rails up the right side here. Usually trying to hit a rail closer to where you're landing will be a good play. Either worked.
Yeah, very accomplished player. He's already won European Under-17 10-ball championships when he was just 14. So he knows the game of 10-ball very well. Yeah, 2-1 it is then to Felix. Now on the other table, Aoi Kanazawa is 2-0 up against the United States Eddie von der Rau. That was the shot there, that lovely little tickle to open up the 6. And then he wasn't going to miss from there. 17 for just one more day. Eric, it's his birthday tomorrow. Will he get the gift of a world title on his birthday? That would be kind of cool, but I'm sure Walter is trying to stop him.
Felix scratched on his last break. Gonna switch sides here. Stick to the middle, but switch sides. Two balls flying in near the end of the dispersion.
Any weakness in his game at all in the break? I know you mentioned that you're impressed with all of his game. What about his break?
A little bit, yeah, I think, he can kind of achieve those world-class breaking levels where the cue ball's popping and maybe hitting it with a little more speed. He can hit it harder than he did on his last break there, just going for control. Hit them decently square.
Yeah, I like that. Got back up again. Yeah, when it doesn't look right, don't just move down on the shot. Get up and start again. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, might have been trying to get on an angle where he could have came into the short side, but very little room over there, so it was always going to likely be some kind of combo here.
I think it went, Eric, didn't it? Did the 4 not go? I thought I saw the 4 went. Perhaps I saw it wrong. You've got better eyes than I have, mate.
Yeah, he's got a combo under the 5 here.
Not straightforward though.
Yeah, high percentage on the combo, but he's going to be contacting the 5 thinly, so he won't be able to leave the 4 over the top right. Might be able to develop it towards the left middle, but not lying perfect here. Shot, cued it nice and low. Really minimize the movement of the 4. Didn't end up perfect, but he is going to be on offense still. I saw in rack number 1 he took more of a defensive approach on a shot that he could have gone for, but he is going to go for this one.
He just even looks so confident and at ease walking around the table, checking the shot clock, looking at the lines. Or has he been fortunate or not? He hasn't, I don't think. No, shake of the head says no.
Yeah, it'd have to be a real strong jumper to... Yeah, I think the right side is leading him into the corner pocket, so he's looking at coming 3 rails back here. Possible to create distance, tough to judge. Well,
Yeah,
just broke down after that combo. Yeah.
Didn't get perfect on the 4, did he, Eric? That was the problem with that combo, wasn't it? It was very hard to control the 4 ball after contacting the 5. He kind of got it okay, but had to use the bridge and just got an unlucky little kiss. So little things like that, little details can change matches. Should have been looking at 3-1 by now. It's going to be 2-2. Levels things up at 2-2. In case you don't know, the finals tomorrow, the girls at 11 a.m. will feature Savannah Easton, who had a very, very tight match this morning with Harlem Strom. I was just looking at something else then. Ming Ling Wang will meet Savannah in that final. Remember, guys, a change time of 11 a.m. tomorrow. And then in the boys under 19s category, Jakub Shrobot from Poland is up against Slovenia's Max Benko, who came from behind to beat Viktor Kazmarek earlier on today. Back to this under 17s semi-final. Walter LAIKRE from Sweden breaking off against Germany's Felix the Birdman Vogel.
Good power again from Walter. 3 ball down. 1 ball in the similar area that he had it on his last break. Cue ball not favorable here.
Well, I don't mind the bank here. Eric down for the 2 ball. He's got the angle. Could be a 2-way.
Yeah, if the 2 passes the
draw.
eve, that
I think it does.
it'll be a good shot either way because it'll create natural distance.
It definitely goes
Passes
in
into the bottom
short
right.
side. Oh, that's a mistake. That's the thin edge
feels
here,
cut
Eric.
the
Only
one.
got.
Yeah, I think you
Go
can
ahead.
cut the 1 onto the 5 and try to line the cue ball up with the 4. It's not going to work, Mark. See if he leaves it here. Believe he has. Well, if Walter can power draw this cue ball around the 6, I'll be impressed. Would take some left spin too. Really have to dig the cue ball, dig into the cue ball. Tried it. It's got a chance, Mark. Oh, it was there except for the 4. What a great try that was.
Yeah, some real zip on the cue ball there. Had a lot of zippity-doo-dah on that one. Zippity-doo-dah draw.
Yeah, I'll venture to say that Walter is the most improved player that I've seen in the last year. Jakub Shrobot is also highly improved. But it just shows that these European players are getting opportunities to be around better players, better coaches, traveling a lot, and they're improving quickly.
Yeah, very impressed with how Savannah Easton's game has shot on in the last year since she's been playing all the WPBA events. Playing against the best players in the world on a regular basis will help you improve, that's sure.
Yeah, she's been gunning after this World Junior title for a couple years now, and she's all the way in the final. Lost her first match of the tournament. Undefeated since then.
It was actually Francis Rochelle from Spain, from France rather, that beat Savannah in that very first match.
Walter in with another good look here. You might have to play the 7 in the bottom right.
The next Marcus Shamat. In the other chair, the next Torsten Holman. Sure, he's going to win many titles in his career.
Wanted to go down and play follow and right spin. Looks like he still might. Can pound out of it 2 rails, and he has. A little short here, Mark.
Yeah, just the safety from here. Behind the 8 ball maybe, or 9 if he can hold it. He's got to get the cue ball right though, because the 7 will be free. That's why he's played that clever shot. Very clever shot. Impressive.
I think he's going to try to come at this 2 rails and stick underneath it. Always the risk of the cue ball going off in the bottom right in that case, but it's the highest percentage for kick save.
Oh,
Called it in, and he's made it.
what a shot that is. Well, mark that down as one of the shots of the championship. Exactly as he played it.
Turning point here early on. It's going to be Vogel to break in rack number 6. Looking to open up a 2-game lead.
Here it is again. Well worth seeing again, and I'm sure you're going to see it more times on Pro Billiard Series Facebook page. I'm going to mark that down as a highlight reel shot for sure. Great cut. Really, really was. In the other semi-final, Ayoi Kanazawa from Japan is 2-1 up against the USA's Eddie Von der Rau, I should say.
Yeah, it's a good result for Eddie. Plays a fair bit over in the American Tour.
Just struggling with the brakes slightly.
Yeah, he's not going full power there, that's for sure. Just going for control over power. Drawing the cue ball a little bit. I'd really try to stay away from that.
Yeah, tip placement so important on the break shot.
Chance here for Walter to level the score again. No real problems. Has to get pretty near the 8 to get straight enough on the 4. Not really able to do it with follow because he'll end up too close to the rail, so might have to draw across this. Just accept being on the rail a little more. Yeah, it's kind of an in-between one there. Still on the 4 nicely, but gonna have to move the cue ball a fair bit here.
He could just stun, couldn't he, for the 5 in the corner if he wants to, into the right-hand corner. Doesn't have to take the 5 into the side.
Yeah, good call, and he's not moving the cue ball much towards the 6. So a little more distance here is not going to hurt him too much.
Feeling the heat out there, sweaty palms. Maybe transferring a little bit of moisture to the butt of the cue. You want it nice and loose grip. You don't want it sticking to your hand. Oh, how well did he stroke that? Beautifully timed.
Yeah, he's kind of mid-range on the backstroke, but gets a lot of power out of his follow-through. It's a good way to play, keeping your strokes short enough that don't sacrifice any kind of pocketing accuracy. Still being smooth through the acceleration.
A bit kind of like Coping Chung, that kind of
exactly.
Cueist.
Forced to leave himself on the rail here. Has a small angle going to the right, so if he wants to play a little more speed, can go to the short rail. Looks like he's comfortable with elevating, showing confidence. Decided on the follow now. Well, he's not sure. Gonna elevate. Good hit.
Not easy, that shot. Played it with aplomb.
Yeah, and let's not forget, both these players really want this title. They can feel it. One match away from the finals, so a lot of pressure going on. Both players dealing with it well so far.
Yeah, you can say that again. Now, I did say earlier on we have the men's semis tomorrow as well. Dennis Grabet against Daniel Maciel and Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz against Bader Alawahadi. It will be Alawahadi, Sanchez-Ruiz on table number 1 and Dennis and Daniel on table number 2. That's later on today. 5 PM matches. If I said tomorrow, I meant today. There's the Japanese lad. Looked like he was asleep. Perhaps he's playing sleep pool. Because he's still in front by 3-1. Maybe his opponent's gone out for a break. That could be the case. Both players allowed 1 7-minute break each. Tight one, Eric, isn't it?
Yeah, neither player really getting a good shot off the break or really getting the break and run game going. So just a back and forth battle here. Walter's a little bit limited on the pushes because the combo is very available over the top right. So he's looking at something down near the short rail now, or do a jump to avoid that combo. I like this.
Yeah,
he's gonna hope that he hasn't left him thick enough to draw behind the 5. Don't believe he has.
He can play the one onto the 8, can't he?
It's pretty thin. It's possible. Yeah, it's there, Mark.
Yeah, I think it is.
I haven't really looked at it yet.
Wow. Be interesting to see what Walter was getting. Straight away, he calls the 8 ball. I'm really surprised that Felix turned this down. Time will tell if he's made the right decision or not, but I thought it was on the first time I saw it. They say go with your first thought. Oh, he's not going for it.
Must have been just a little thin for that.
That's not a very good job. Not a good job, is it, Eric, that one?
Yeah, he wanted to get the cue ball more over to the right long rail there. Well, gut check time for Vogel. Cue ball's running into the 10 a little bit going forward, but I think he can still follow down to the short rail.
I just read a comment from Chris Wiz who said this is the Mosconi Cup team in 2035. I tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if they play for their continent way before 2035. I really wouldn't. They'll be 27 then. I wonder what they'll have achieved by 2027, Eric, these two lads.
Yeah, showing maturity there and locking him up right behind the 10. Very nice. Yeah, I think that's been the prediction for Felix for a while, but just watching Walter play in these 3 racks here, he's a very class player as well.
Tom Storm, Marcus Shamat, the ex-captain. Oh, what a great hit, and how unlucky not to make the 8. And he's left this one ball, I believe.
Yeah, Felix going to have a bit of an issue with the 4. It's okay here. He can draw straight back to the short side. Play the 4-8 combo. Slightly off target. I'm going to take one more good shot to get through this rack now. Can't back off at this point. It's good, Mark. Good recovery.
Yeah, and I'm sure next year they'll be back, but in the under-19 division, because they'll both be 18 before the deadline, I believe.
Yeah, and as you said before, not just great players, walking around the table with maturity too. You don't see any head drops or any unneeded emotion. All business, both of them.
Yeah, in charge of themselves. They own the arena, so to speak, as they go about their business in a cocoon of their own. Stopped the cue ball there in case he made both balls. Would have had a nice shot on the 6, so good thinking there as well. Bit of a stretch, this one, especially with a bridge hand.
prefer to be straight here, but lots of room to move the cue ball one rail back towards the 9. Felix to break in rack number 8, Mark? I think so.
Yeah, Walter broke this one, right?
I think so, yeah.
I actually saw Felix Vogel playing some practice matches online on YouTube with Joshua Filler just before Florida, I believe it was. That was a great shot, that.
Yeah, someone mentioned that to me, and they said that he was hanging right in with Josh. I understand it's just practice, but do you remember the results of... Yeah, go ahead.
I think Joshua beat him, but not by many. I think he stayed pretty even with him most of the way through. Yeah, I didn't watch it all. I kind of just remember some of the remarks from afterwards. But there you see the lineup for today, guys. Come out at 5. Dennis Grabe against Daniel Maciel on table 1, and Bader Alohadi against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Actually, that's the wrong way round, because Francisco Sanchez Ruiz will be on this table, table 1, and it'll be Dennis Grabe, Daniel Maciel on table 2. Anyway, I'm sure you'll find it, guys, on YouTube, on the Pro Billiard site you're on now. Big thanks to all of our sponsors. I think someone has taken a time out, so we're going to do the same. As soon as the players appear, Eric Hallofson and myself, Mark White, will appear too. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to Gandia Palace Hotel here, guys, in beautiful Valencia in Spain. Nicely poised 4-3 to the German. This is the under-17s Predator WPA World Junior Championships. Still doesn't seem to be going hard at these, Eric. Seems he's backing off quite a bit. Hit them nice and square, but...
Yeah, he's definitely not hitting full power, and he's getting a little stubborn about breaking from the same spot when he's not getting the results. There's no one answer to this hand rack format, but I think when things aren't going positively, just having an array of breaks that you can kind of switch up until you find one that works is important.
I have a two-word answer to that problem. Wojtek Szewczak.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, just hit them with power from the same spot every time. Yeah.
He's having a laugh to himself because he knows he wants to play this with English. And he's worried about swerving slightly and catching one of those balls. It's not a great big gap to get through. Oh, he caught it on the way down. But once again, he's had a little bit of luck there, Eric.
Yeah, nothing offensive for LAIKRE here. Can try to stop the cue ball behind the 5 or cross the cue ball over and play it behind the 10. Either shot's okay. A little less cue ball movement in the stop shot.
Too weak.
Had to catch. Yeah, had to catch it pretty specifically. Just try to move the cue ball a little further right. He's left this for VOGEL. First small signs of emotion from LAIKRE.
Not enough spin, but he's got him behind the 4. So was he trying to get behind the 7? Well, he's looking at the jump here. It's quite a long jump, and then has to get the ball back down. This is tough, Eric, isn't it?
Yeah, whenever you have less landing zone compared to the distance the ball you're jumping over, it's tough. This one's about 50-50, but still much easier if you got more space to land.
In danger of losing the cue ball or the 1 ball off the table, of course, in these kind of shots. Oh, that's just fantastic. Fabulous. Landed it absolutely perfectly. Take a bow, Mr. LAIKRE. We like that one, LAIKRE.
Yeah, controlled the cue ball too. Couldn't hit it any better. Draw really slowing the cue ball down. Four's only available in the top right, but that'll be okay. Ooh, unexpected miss. And he's going to leave it. A chance for VOGEL to get his first 2-game lead of the match now.
Well, it's always the way, isn't it? You'd make a great shot like that, jump on the 1, and then miss the very next shot. See it so often. After the Lord Mayor's show, there's even a saying for it we have. Do you have a saying in Canada for that, Eric?
Repeat the saying. I didn't quite hear the full saying.
We say after we have a show every year. It's called the Lord Mayor's show. So we have a saying after the Lord Mayor's show, because it's, you know, such a down feeling of being down after seeing such a great show, you go and miss the next ball. So
don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Something like that.
yeah, we have that one too.
Not
but
quite.
That's
Not quite.
not quite. Not quite. I can't let you off that one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no, it's a normal reaction to you're kind of in trouble, and then your body says, okay, I'm out of trouble, but really you still are in trouble. You're always in trouble in this game. You have to pay attention to every single shot, but I think that has something to do with it.
Yeah, I agree. You're on such a high. It's like when these players make a 147 at snooker and then can't put a ball the next frame. You build yourself up. The adrenaline is so high that it's kind of you're on a come down, and you just lose a little bit of concentration. A lot of effort went into the previous shot. Anyway, enough of that. Here's a look at this 5.
Wants to be straight here. Moving into the 7 now. Might be just straight enough that he can hold. I'm surprised he's looking up there for the cue ball. I think he just knows he's going to power out with a lot of speed from the rail and likely going to come back to the center a little more. Good shot. 8 ball looks sharp in the side. He'll just get close to it and give himself the option of the corner if he wants. Likely will play the corner in the end.
Yeah, it looks horrible, doesn't it, over that side. Yeah, it's perfect to play in the corner. Just bounce off the rail. Will be perfectly on the 9. Just doesn't want to be straight. Obviously have to go short side. Would love a slight angle.
Yeah, use the full pocket there. Got it down.
There's the Fedor Gorst gaze at the potting angle. Everyone seems to be doing that now.
Yeah, he doesn't overdo it. I don't mind if he's just trying to get a little more information off shots that he doesn't quite understand right away. I don't really like overdoing it like some players, but works for him.
Yeah, I actually think Fedor does overdo it, to be honest. You think the amount of talent that he's got, he must know the angle of the balls. There's the shot of the match so far today, that one, and then goes and misses this 2 ball. Unbelievable. Score on table number 2 is 4-2 to O Kazahara against USA's Eddie von der Rau. Reminder for you guys, after this 5 PM, if you've just joined us, we have the men's semi-finals coming up. Bader Al-Wahadi against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz on this table 1, and on table 2, Estonian Denis Grabe up against Polish Daniel Maciel. That's still to come, but there's the small matter of this race to 7. LAIKRE breaking off 2 behind at 5-3.
Good pop, little risky with the cue ball, but it's not in, and he's got a shot at the 2 this time. 3 passes the 8. Chance to get back in the match now.
He's breaking much better than Vogel, isn't he? Much more power.
Definitely. He's not going to be able to get straight on the 3 here. The 3 rail path is kind of around to the 4, is blocked by the 8 as well. A little tough. Biggest problem is the 4 only goes in the left middle. It might go in the bottom right. If it does, he might have to settle for that.
Yeah, clever shot. Top stunt. Arcing the cue ball. More work to do now though. Slightly hampered by the 7 ball. He's going to have to draw out of this. Draw stunt. A little bit of right.
Yeah, I wonder if he was even trying to run into the 8 there because he knew he'd be in such a bad spot landing the cue ball near the 5.
Yeah, good point. Maybe he was, but look at this for a shot. Oh, I just overhit it. It does go, Eric, past the 7. May not even be playing it.
Yeah, tempting to want to stay at the table here.
Felix actually started playing pool at the age of 8 with his father in the German league. He used to stand on a box so he could reach the table. This is an ambitious safety, this. I think he's trying to get up behind the 8.
Yeah, the 9's lying big here. It's got to be exactly behind the 5. It's not. Looks like the 9's covered the top left. LAIKRE up quickly, recognizing he can play the cue ball behind the 9.
It's a loose one. It's a loose one from VOGEL. From LAIKRE, I beg your pardon. He's got enough of this to really get that cue ball some distance. And the hook. There's a lot of traffic in the middle. 5, 6, 7, 10. He's going the other way, side to side, I think. Yeah, playing the more simple way. Good shot, Eric.
Yeah, the 9's blocked the jumping path. Not really much for kick safe. That's the thing about this side rail to side rail safe. It's a high level to actually hit the ball, but it's very tough to kick safe out of as well.
Needs a
Kind
bit
of
of luck.
trusting to luck there. He's got it.
Yeah, no potting angle.
LAIKRE had his. Sorry, LAIKRE had a similar shot to this a couple racks ago. Just trying to stop the cue ball near where the 4 is. Use the 7, 10 as blockers. They both miss it in the same way, kind of. Not getting the object ball far enough to the right. But his speed was good here. He's frozen on the rail. Makes any kind of safe much tougher. Very intelligent shot. Look, he almost got the cue ball behind the 8, but the 5's in the way. Recognizing to hit that shot with high instead of draw. Would have been almost impossible to do with draw. I would have to hit it with way too much speed. So getting reverse spin off the rail with high. Really high level shot there. Executed nicely.
look at this for a bit of rub of the green.
Yeah, he's had a couple rolls. LAIKRE jumped in his last attempt. Big one coming here.
It's a long way away. Oh, he's okay. Well, I don't, he might not be actually. For a second he was okay, and then the 4 got bumped. Could be on this one.
Yeah, Felix has the jump cue in hand. So. Yeah.
Look at that, Eric was going to go behind the 7, then all of a sudden got kicked.
Slightly off on the last 2 jumps. Well, we'll see if LAIKRE wants to step out here. I think he should. It's lying a little long of the pocket. That would be the only reason why he might not, but he is going to go here. Betting the game and pretty much the match on this shot.
Yeah, Felix 1 away from the hill. It'll be a long way back. And he knows it, LAIKRE.
Yeah, there's no really way to guarantee a 2-way here.
He's sold out, unfortunately, already walking back to his chair. He knows exactly where it's going.
Yeah, I don't blame him there. Just had to look for a break in play. You know, had to look to make something happen, trailing by a couple games.
I like the way he pulls himself back sometimes. You know, he seems like he's going to go, but then, you know, kind of thinks to himself, I haven't gone through my shot routine. Let's keep the shot routine the same, keep it repeatable. And it's easy to work out what's going wrong when it does go wrong. But nothing going wrong for Vogel at the moment.
Yeah, well, typically in the past, young players would just play kind of reckless and fast, and they have so much talent at that age and so much passion for the game. They just want to get at the balls. But now seeing these junior players becoming much more regimented, understanding what it really takes to play near flawless pool. Good angle here, got a little risky with the 10, but he wanted this angle to keep the speed down going back towards the 9.
Yeah, it just stopped him in his tracks for a second there, didn't it, as it was headed towards that 10, just stopped in mid-step, but he's fine, he's perfect on this 8, nice angle.
Following angle looks a little wide to hold on the right side of the table, but he seems okay to come back over to the left. 2 rails out.
This is to go. It has. So this for the German to get on the hill in the Predator WPA Junior World Championships here in Gandia, Spain. It's almost fiesta time for Felix. Water just looking a bit down at the moment, and you can't blame him for that.
Yeah, he just got a little funny with the position from the 3 to the 4 at the beginning of the rack. I think he tried to play a really high-level shot there, opening up the 8, and the only way to do that was to kind of bend the cue ball into it with follow. Might have even been trying to bend the cue ball to get straighter on the 3. It just didn't quite work out.
Give us a wave, someone. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Good evening.
It happens to looked like Andy Papazatis from Canada. It's actually not, but his father was in the row in front of that.
It must be then. It's got to be. So breaking for the match then. Hasn't been making balls regularly. Willie put just a little bit more into this one. Well, he's gone from a different place as well, Eric, which is good to see.
Yeah, I like this.
Hasn't had any success centre. Oh, he did, but didn't make anything. But he's not sold anything out either. The farm's still safe. Much more movement though, Eric, there on the balls, which was good to see. Much more power. Good square hitish.
LAIKRE just going to push for distance here. I don't mind where he's pushing. Nothing real easy for Felix out of this spot. I think he wanted to get closer to the rail. I know he wanted to get closer to the rail. Don't know how he could have misjudged the speed by that much.
I remember that Japanese lad from Puerto Rico on the other table. I remember his very distinct glasses. I think I even spoke to him about them. I do love a nice pair of glasses, Eric.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I do too. Look at this shot from Vogel.
Oh no. Oh no.
Really?
Oh no. Wow. This game is cruel, and that's all you can do. Just laugh at it, because if you didn't laugh, you'd cry. That is just so unlucky. Unbelievable. Why does it happen when he's on the hill?
Yeah, well, don't forget,
Punished the poor
LAIKRE's
push
out of
out.
this. Not enough speed.
Oh, he's taking the deliberate foul, which you're allowed to do in 10 ball. It is ball in hand, and 3 fouls is loss of rack. But I don't think he'll be bothering about that. They're all in the open, so let's see what he's got. Cometh the hour, cometh the man, we say. I think it's fair to call them men at the age of 17.
A slight problem from the 6 to the 7 here, because it's hard to get below it without the 10 blocking the 6, and if he's above it, the cue ball is going to run into the 10. So kind of has to get somewhere near straight, and the 7's not openly available. See how he manages these.
Key shot. He's left himself with a big shot to come with here. Has to get this draw speed correct, Eric. Suppose he could use the 10 to run through to the bottom rail and side rail to get on the 7.
Possible, but I think he's going to draw all the way back to the short rail and try to get that straight in angle. There are small angles that'll actually move the cue ball up table.
Speed needs to be correct. Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's still okay. The 7 does have angles into the top left. But definitely didn't want to be over top of the 9 here.
Yeah,
Good
it's
shot.
a good effort. It's about as good as he could do. Pressure balls, though, these, to stay in this match.
Yeah, he's feeling it just a little bit. Knows that one more mistake, he'll be in big danger of losing this match.
Great shot. Under pressure.
Can see breathing just a little heavier. Understandable.
Under Pressure, a great song by Queen. They also had another great hit, We Are the Champions. We're going to crown them all tomorrow. And we still don't know who's going to be in the finals. Terrific out this, Eric.
Yeah, didn't really shoot offensively for about 3 games and came back strong when he had the chance.
And there you can see the match is all over on table number 2. It's been won by Aoi Kanazawa from Japan. He's beaten the American Eddie Vanderal in the semi-final. So we do know one of our finalists, but who out of these two will join him tomorrow? 11 a.m. Remember the finals of the girls and the boys under 17s. I'm just going to check that for you that I've got it right, guys. I have been known to make the odd mistake. Yeah, it's right. 11 a.m. The boys under 17s and the girls finals will be at 11. The boys under 19s will be at 1, and then after that we've got the award ceremony, followed by at 5:30 p.m. the Little Monster Men's Open Final.
Great action off the rack, and he's on the 1 mark.
Yeah, this one not over yet.
Six will be the toughest ball, but it's playing perfectly into a combo on the 8. He can take it in the side if he wants. Maybe even getting an angle where he runs into the 8. Pushes it closer to the bottom right. What a high standard for 2 junior players, Mark. Been a great match overall.
Well, if you blurred the players out, you know, and you only saw their cues and you couldn't see the actual players, you would swear that you was watching a top 16 match for sure in the men's. Just tremendous, unbelievable strength from these 2 players, and it's a real shame that one of them's got to lose, but that's Paul for you. But he seems to have relaxed a bit here. Probably thought, I'm almost out, let's just have a go and see what happens. Just has to get on the 8 from the 7, and then he's home and dry. Going to have to draw straight back, Eric, I think.
He's got a small angle going to the right, so he can't play the 8 in the bottom right still. Guess that's what you meant by straight back, sorry. The 10 was blocking the other pocket.
Yeah, this is a... It's okay, it's the good angle. Wouldn't expect him to miss this, but you never know with pressure. It does funny things to people. I'm feeling the pressure of this now, and I'm only sitting here watching. What must it like be for a parent? Watching your kid go through this must be very hard.
He's got it. And that one roll with the 4 ball getting in front of the cue ball after a very smart shot from Vogel. Cost him 2 games now.
Yeah, Felix breaking in the next. Well, this is a terrific fight back from Walter LAIKRE. He's not giving up easy. Felix is going to have to work hard for it. So unlucky though when that 4 ball came back to spoil what would have been a celebration, I would have thought. But a good run out from Walter. Just one in it,
Yeah,
Eric.
Walter kind of deserved. Yeah, Walter kind of deserved a roll back. Felix not getting overly lucky, but just a couple times when he was kicking or playing safe, things turned out favorably for him. I think he's only made a ball in the break like once throughout the whole tournament, or throughout the whole match, pardon me.
Yeah, that was a break and run, wasn't it, from Walter, I believe?
Yeah, Walter's been breaking strong. That was his first break and run, but Felix is struggling to even make a ball.
He's moved in slightly as well from right on the rail to just on the bed of the cloth. Oh, one got kicked away from the side. It was on its way. But nothing down again. And look at this. There's a starter with a combo.
Yeah, the 7 really wanted to go there, but stayed up. Looks like the 3 is barely available. But he has a similar problem that he had a couple racks ago, where the only angle that he can get on the 3 is going to run him into the 10.
Can he draw off of this, Eric? Has he got it? Is it flat enough?
I think he wanted to, but I think there's a little too much angle. He is queuing draw though. Look at this.
Oh,
No.
dear.
It must not have went, because I think he wouldn't have taken that risk if it did. Actually hit it pretty good, but just ended up stuck behind the 10. Matching the balance here. Kicks aren't obvious.
He's kind of really disappointed there, but there is a shot clock running. He's taken his time out. Really did bite into that cue ball, didn't he? But of course, whenever you're doing that, Eric, you're trusting to luck a little bit.
Wow.
Oh, he needs this to touch the rail. He needs it to touch the rail, does he?
I think the cue ball did, Mark.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we'll see here, look.
it.
Yes, of course it did. Yeah, no problem. Good escape. Kind of a hit and hope one.
Yeah, well, that
He
was actually a
hoped hard.
knowledge kick there. Good shot.
He hoped rather than he hit that time.
He's got to
Yeah,
draw
it was
at
a
this.
very good kick it was, Eric, wasn't it? Played it with pace to try and get a little bit of luck. Well, this is on.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of options on this one. Body language from LAIKRE says that he might be going for it.
No.
Nicely played. And Vogel back in a disadvantaged spot here.
2 rails to the corner. Three ball off the 10. There you go. I'm going to call that. Let's see if it does. Oh, so close to the perfect kick.
Narrow misses there. Do you think the 4 passes the 10 mark?
Yes, I do. 100%.
Yeah, if it does, then LAIKRE's got a good chance here. I wonder if it really did pass, because I think he might have drawn it if it did. But he can still get him behind the 5 here.
Yeah, could have maybe been trying to go behind the 4 and come round. But yeah, you're probably right, Eric.
It really could have been either, because even the forward play could have missed the 4. But he's got him good again.
Yeah, upper hand in this match now with Walter LAIKRE, especially in this rack. Always kind of favour the player that's come from behind, Eric, in these situations.
Yeah, they have the momentum on their side, and he's going to have to break in the last rack. See how the 9 lines up with the 10 here. Not very well for Walter.
But he
I
seems
wonder if he'll
calm.
consider moving it. Yeah, he could try to move it here. Doesn't need to. The combo's pretty high percentage. Just have to figure out a way to control the 9 off that play. Classic match here, Mark, going all the way down to the end.
Yeah, what drama. Football, tennis, American football, ice hockey, all drama driven sports. Paul deserves a mention in that as well. It builds and builds and builds. It doesn't get easier the nearer you get to the goal. It gets tougher. Looks like he's settling for the combo, Eric. Or is he going short side? He's gone short side.
Try to get into the short side. It's going to be pretty thin. Well, decision time again for Walter here.
Does he bank?
Can't play the bank. It's going to create distance.
What drama. When you think of 9-ball banks, you think of Alex Kazakis, David Al-Qaidi. Another two great European players. It's not there, but he has got the cue ball near the rail, Eric.
Yeah, maximum distance here, but a shot for Vogel to take down the match. Just barely missed the bank there.
Needs to stroke this 9-ball home, keep the head still, just do what he always does. Doesn't have to worry too much about the cue ball here. It's not there, and this is, oh, it's a nice 9 to take on, especially past the 10, making the pocket much bigger.
Stayed pretty still really over it.
I was wondering if he might have been thinking about cross-side safety, but I suppose he saw he had a chance, Eric, and had to go.
Yeah, I didn't really see any twitch or anything. Just misjudged it because of the distance. And LAIKRE's got this one, and we're going to the hill, Mark. What a match.
Unbelievable. What talent from both players. What a match they've given us. Well, he'll feel amazing now, and if anything, the favourite, because he will be breaking as well, and he has been making balls. He just needs a little bit of run. But doesn't that show what a lovely gentleman Felix is? Still coming and helping to get all the balls out all the way down the side. This was that good hit on the 3, which really got him out of trouble. Straight out of his seat with a smile, Felix Vogel. So our referee racks the balls for the last time, Yuxing Xiao. And there's the handshake between the players, which is customary at Hill Hill. Walter LAIKRE looking to make a ball on the break here and close out this semi-final. Well, this time it's dry, and the 1 ball is on for Felix. How many times do you see dry breaks at Hill Hill? Big shot to take on now. Just has to hold the cue ball for the 2. Nerves running high. Yeah, good. Trying to shuffle the feet, then realise no, stand up, start again. And then the shot clock has gone off. So he's called his extension. It's all happening here in Gandia. Strokes it home, and he's nicely on the 2 to get to the 3. Now, you always say to yourself, all I want is one chance in the deciding rack, and here is Felix's. Three to the 4, of course, no problem. 6 ball, a slight problem, although not one that he can't overcome. Just has to hold his nerve here. Top and side rail. Or is he too straight? He's looking to see if he's got any angle at all. Can he draw past the 8? Nerve-wracking stuff, isn't it, guys? But very, very entertaining. These two superstars already at such a young age. Oh, he's drawn this well. He's played an absolute corker there. That's perfect. Has the angle to stun over to the far rail if he wants, to the right hand side rail. Can leave it in the middle of the table. He can do anything he wants with that slight angle. Yeah, brave little shot there, but it's worked out perfectly. Has a nice angle to get to the 7. Needs an angle to get up for the 8. 9 ball, just slightly awkward because of the 10. Using all the pocket again, just pinching a bit so he can leave the correct potting angle on the 7. Yeah, now that's the shot, the 8 to the 9. He doesn't want to overrun the 8 ball, otherwise he'll hook himself. Does he have an angle? A slight one. Can draw or stun 2 rails. Yeah, this is perfect. 9 and the 10 into the same pocket. Has to put a nice smooth stroke on this low cue ball. Drag it round the back of the 10 and he's in the final. Wants a little bounce off the rail just to make this a certainty. Well, what a match we've witnessed here, and what a comeback from Walter LAIKRE, and then of course Felix Vogel for fighting him off and holding his nerve. So one of the few dry breaks of the evening from Walter LAIKRE. He'll be bitterly disappointed, it shows on his face. Felix Vogel, what a player. He will be in tomorrow's final against Aoi Kanazawa. Coming up next are the 2 men's semi-finals. You don't want to miss them. They're coming up more or less straight away, guys. Dennis Grabe and Daniel Maciel on table 2. They're already warming up. And on this table, Bader Alawahadi and Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. That's all from me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Leave you in the capable hands of Eric Hallefson. Thank you very much, Eric Hallefson, Tim de Ruyter and Graham Hickman. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for finals day. See ya.